Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. This battle's on the Live Oaks map, and we've got Bandito Jr. in the BZ-176. It's got my favourite camo at the moment. If you're not sure where that's from, please leave a comment and I'll explain it to you in the comments section. There we go, rocket-powered transition. You've got 4 shots the last 10 seconds. If you've seen my review, you'll see how that works. Yeah, slight gap between using them. While it recharges, you get another BZ doing exactly the same thing. So it lifts your speed to about 45 kilometers per hour, so let you keep up with the other mediums, but you've only got 4 shots, so you've got to use it when you think you really need it. And one of the most important things is getting into a good firing position that your tank can use without getting sort of isolated. But anyway, we'll see how this progresses. He's already used 3 of them. And here we go. Got another BZ. Or to pair another BZ-176 in front of them, so obviously going through the same thing. So he decides to use his last shot of rocket power, and just notice the speed didn't vary going through the water. Now that's interesting. I didn't notice that before. But that, yeah, normally if you're going through water as a heavy tank, you get quite slow. In any case, he's got a full load of the HE shells. We've got a great penetration of 225, and he's top tier in this game. It's a tier 7, tier 8 game. So takes a small hit from the BZ-176, and he's got one line up, but you can see the reload time. It's a very big shell, 160mm, and luckily he holds his fire as the Samura takes out the BZ-176. Now he's got one more in front of him. Oh, and this G-Joy Panther really trying to go for him. So puts a nice shot into the other BZ. It gets 400 hit points. So why was it 36 before and 400? Well, that meant it didn't pen, so you get about half of the total hit points. But the other one must have just splashed slightly and just caused a small amount of damage. So HE shells behave differently in tanks than they do in SPGs, and that's, they got nerfed by what we're going. Oh, he's got an SU-130 PM. It puts a nice shot in 859 and gets the kill. So all of a sudden in 3 minutes he's done 2k of damage. That's the power of the BZ. A lot of players hate seeing BZs in the game, but yeah, guess what? They're in the game now. You need to learn how to deal with them, just like any other tank. There's the enemy BZ, and there you go, just did 82 there, so same thing, just probably looking for a overmatch there, but unfortunately must have just hit an external component, got a small splash from it. So you get these sort of anomalies in terms of damage with HE shells, but alright, SU-122-44 goes for the roof there. 736, and he gets taken out almost straight away by the Samura that he's with. And now it's time to push up. Now unfortunately he doesn't have any more boosters left, and he does take a big hit from the enemy BZ. That's fine. In fact, the BZ goes away, so now he's just got the Caro there. Can he put a shot into it? Yep, hold still. Sends him back to the garage. So he's racking up damage fairly quickly. Oh, he's got a tasty Chi-Ri in front of him. But just hesitating here, not quite sure necessarily if there's any other enemy in front of him. A lot of them seen in the town. Here we go. Gets the kill on Chi-Ri. Adds another 608 hit points of damage to his total. And he's got a bit of a mission going here. Let's have a quick look. So Union 2 is active. Needs to get 3 battles in a row doing 3.2k. Well, he's already exceeded that, and he can do better by getting 3 battles in a row doing 4800. So he's getting pretty close to that actually. At least for a battle. Just going over the bridge, definitely the fastest path for a heavy tank, rather than going through the water, not just because you have to go down and then up a slope, but the water does slow you down, particularly when you don't have your rocket boosters going. Now, BZ on his team just popped up there, got spotted by the AT-7. He's been slammed by 3 different shots, so 2 maybe in the AT-7, definitely 1 that wasn't. So that just means there's something up on the hill potentially. Sniping from behind trees. Oh, and there's the AT-7 again. It's just popped up. Can he get a shot into him? Loops one over, and yeah, it does 682, so lovely damage there. And the Samura just pushing up ahead. Oh, you get spotted. I wonder what that was with this. Probably the AT-7 because he's in fairly close range, but the AT-7 obviously not getting spotted doing that. And luckily, the AT-7 must have been pointing a different direction because he didn't fire back. Alright, now his team is in front in terms of tanks. Damage-wise, they're just in front in terms of hit points. Oh, there's an AMX M4. Oh, he's just got dark again. So Bandito just holds at this point. Hopefully he'll get lit again, and just waiting for his aim to settle down. Will he appear right in front of his gun? No, he's back on top of the hill and puts a big hit in of 771. That's taken Bandito over 5k. It's actually 5.5k. And every shot he puts in, that gap in hit points between the two teams just widens. So just the power of the BZ at work. So seeing a really good game here from Bandito Jr. 5.5k already. Oh, he's getting tagged by the AT-7, but he might be able to get some revenge here. He's loaded already, and it just needs to line him up. Sit still. Can I shoot you, Cupola? Yes, look at that green reticle there. The marker in the middle. Lines him up straight forward. Bang. Sends him back to the garage. Another 568 hit points of damage. So that takes him over 6k. Now, there's only really 2 tanks left. The Alpine Tiger, who's back in the rail yards, and the GW Panther, who's probably up in the corner at A1. A bit hard to tell. And he's just gingerly coming forward. He's now just driving really slowly here, just to keep his bloom down in case he appears on top of the hill there, which is not an unlikely position because we did see the shells coming from that direction. But it's more likely he's back in the corner. Oh, there you go. The Samura has found him. And the Alpine Tiger's gone down, so unlikely he'll get a kill unless the Samura gets shotgunned by the GW Panther, which is still possible. No, he's taken him out. So that's the battle. 6.1k of damage. Absolutely amazing total for a tier 8. So as we saw, 6.1k of damage and 4 kills. Another just under 600k of assisted damage there, so 6.7k combined, which is an excellent result. Spotted 5 tanks as well. So the tank sniper medal and the high caliber award for the most damage, not surprisingly, but a first class. Let's have a look at that. Alright, 1535 base only gives a first class. Well, that must mean it's been a lot of good performances in the BZ-176, and it's a bit hard to knock 6k as being a first class, and 1535 is about 200 points higher than a normal tier 8 ace tanker. And the Samura SM, I reckon he got ace tanker in the Samura getting 1470 base, which again, yeah, would have exceeded the typical thing. So that just means a lot of good players are playing the BZ, or a lot of players are getting good results in the BZ, I should say. Can't say that they're good players or not, but yeah, that's wacky. So nonetheless, real carry there in terms of damage. More than twice the closest result there, which was the Samura, but obviously the Samura leading the way as well, getting some spotting damage to go along with that, giving them a good result there. The Alpine Tiger died at the end, and it helps, you know, if you can last the game out, even if you do die at the end. because you get the chance obviously to do more damage, and he's done 3.3k and a standout on his team there. Anyway, let's have a look at the economics here. Well, 10 shots fired, 10 hits, 8 penetrations. So we did see those two non-pens, one giving 400 and the other one giving 82. So that's the splash damage mechanism at work. And alright, had some nice reserves running. So personal reserves, battle payments, and the missions from the holiday ops, which gives him an incredible amount of credits there. And although he spent 72k on his ammo and 23k on consumables, this came out with a net 256k, so absolute earner there in terms of credits. It's another great game there from Bandito. We know he's a good player. We've seen plenty of good games from him, so no mistake there. Hopefully you did like the video, however. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. It certainly helps its exposure to more people and performance of the video. And if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing that. We'll have more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.